The finale centers on a wedding that was never really about love. From the very first moment, the finale of Something Very Bad Is Gonna Happen feels doomed. The eerie tone, the unsettling speech about love as pain, the nervous laughter, it all signals that this isn't a celebration. And by the end, the show makes one thing brutally clear. This was never just a relationship falling apart. It was a collision between two completely different realities. On the surface, the finale looks like a classic wedding disaster. Nikki refuses to say I do, Rachel is blindsided, and everything spirals. But the real conflict goes much deeper. Rachel believes in the curse, and Nikki believes in logic. To Rachel, marriage is protection. To Nikki, marriage is a trap. So when he refuses at the altar, he thinks he's saving them. But from Rachel's perspective, he just doomed everyone. Nikki's breakdown at the altar isn't random, it's rooted in fear. He spent his life watching a toxic marriage in his own family, and in that moment, everything clicks for him. Marriage doesn't protect love, it destroys it. So instead of repeating that cycle, he tries to rewrite the rules. Stay together, love freely, no legal or symbolic trap. It sounds romantic in theory, but the problem is he's solving the wrong problem. Because Rachel isn't afraid of divorce, she's afraid of something much worse. The biggest twist of the finale isn't just that the curse exists, it's that Rachel was right the entire time. For her, the wedding wasn't symbolic, it was urgent. The curse is tied to her bloodline, it spreads through connection. Marriage is the only way to contain or redirect it. So when Nikki refuses, he's not just rejecting her, he's rejecting the one thing she believes can save his family. That's why their argument becomes so intense. It's not about love anymore, it's about survival versus disbelief. Their relationship collapses because they can't agree on one fundamental thing. What is real? Rachel needs belief to feel loved, Nikki needs proof to feel safe, and neither can give the other what they need. That's why Rachel's final decision matters so much. When Nikki offers to go back and finish the ceremony, she says no. For the first time, she chooses herself, not fear, not sacrifice, not forcing someone to believe her, just herself. And that choice seals everything. The sunset isn't random, it's the deadline. Rachel knew it all along. If they weren't married in time, the curse would activate. And when the clock passes, it doesn't creep in slowly, it explodes. Guests collapse, bodies fail, panic takes over, the wedding turns into a nightmare. This moment confirms the show's biggest reveal. The supernatural threat isn't metaphorical, it's real and it's unstoppable once triggered. In the chaos, Nikki finally believes. He runs back, apologizes and agrees to marry her. But here is the cruel twist. Timing matters. Before sunset, marriage was a shield. After sunset, it's meaningless. The curse has already spread through his bloodline. There is no undo button, and that's where the show delivers its most devastating emotional blow. Rachel reveals something even darker. She doesn't believe they're soulmates. This completely flips the story, because Nikki does believe it. He always has. But love in this story isn't about intensity or devotion. It's about alignment, and they never had it. He loved her in a grounded, rational way. She needed belief, faith, and shared reality. That imbalance was always there. The curse didn't create it, it exposed it. The final moments are quiet but haunting. Rachel survives, but survival doesn't mean victory. When she speaks to Jude, her tone isn't emotional. It's almost detached. She warns him to be careful, to remember what happened, to choose wisely. Because now, the curse belongs to him. That's the true ending. The curse wasn't destroyed, it wasn't contained, it was passed on. The finale of Something Very Bad Is Gonna Happen isn't just about a failed wedding. It's about what happens when two people love each other but don't believe in the same world. Rachel needed faith, Nikki needed logic, and in the end, neither could cross that gap. The horror isn't just a curse, it's the realization that love alone isn't enough, not when you're living in completely different realities. By the time the music plays and Rachel walks away, the message is clear. Some relationships don't end because of betrayal. They end because of misalignment so deep it becomes irreversible. And in this case, that misalignment didn't just break their relationship, it destroyed everything around them.